world needs to limit global warming as much as possible to 1.5 degrees, and business plays a critical role in this.
We're facing an environmental crisis, so Code Red for humanity.
Climate change is a holistic problem and it requires a holistic solution. Scope 3 is a big part of what drives climate change and the increasing temperatures and the effects that we're seeing from global warming.
So we got involved in this benchmark because we've been on our Scope 3 journey for a couple of years now, and when we started there wasn't a tool like this available. So the Scope 3 maturity benchmarking tool has really helped us get actionable next steps.
Scope 3 is important to GSK. We're a healthcare company. Our mission as a company, our purpose is to get ahead of disease together. There's a huge amount of evidence now that shows the link between climate change and the detrimental effect that's having to human health. So if we're serious about getting ahead of disease together, we need to be taking a leadership position and tackling climate change and tackling our Scope 3 emissions.
The main challenge of tackling Scope 3 is data. Collecting it, collating it, maintaining it. There is a lack of consistency across the industry. Collaboration is vital in tackling Scope 3. If we're open, we're transparent, we share what we're doing with others, we will get to net zero faster.
There's no one boundary in terms of where Scope 3 sits, so we don't have direct control. A lot of it, our Scope 3 is driven by our suppliers, so we have to work collaboratively with our suppliers and also drive a lot of influencing with them to help reduce their own carbon footprint, but also further up the value chain as well.
Scope 3 progress is really hard to track, so data is a big challenge. So having this tool as an almost different way to approach that and be able to communicate with senior stakeholders and show this is where we sit within the industry and this is where we sit more broadly is a really powerful message.
Not one company can solve this issue, this crisis alone. As a result, you need to work with your customers, your investors, your peer companies in reducing your Scope 3.
For anyone starting their Scope 3 journey, I would say don't get caught up in the data and try and be perfect. Just get going, start.
Speaking frankly, we're never going to reach a net zero world unless we're able to collaborate effectively with suppliers as an industry and actually across industry to tackle some of the systemic barriers that we face.
And now we're taking it a step further in partnership with Proxima to develop the Scope 3 maturity benchmark, a fantastic way to understand exactly what your plans and your progress mean and how you're resourcing them.